In this short presentation, I will review the strengths and limitations of experiments. This information will be helpful for this week's assignment. What is the principal strength of experiments? It provides sound evidence of causal relationships. This is what we went over in the previous presentation. So it's high in internal validity, meaning that a study provides evidence that only the manipulated variable accounts for the measured outcome. Remember the example in the previous study? If we had high internal validity, then we can state confidently that it was the severity of the crime that influences prosecutorial misconduct. However, there are a few weaknesses or limitations in experiments. First is that there tends to be low external validity or generalizability. So what do the results mean outside the context of the experiment? Can we apply what we find in the lab to the world outside? So for example, in the Lucas experiment, they had recruited college students because as professors, they had access to college students. In fact, most social psychology studies are conducted with college students. Would they have reached similar results if they had used prosecutors? It's hard to know. The best that Lucas and colleagues can do is to acknowledge this limitation. Experiments are also subject to reactive measurement effects by the participant. This is because participants often want to be helpful, so if they know what you're looking for, they'll try to help you find that answer. Participants also want to project a favorable image. So this can be controlled to a limited extent by keeping experimenters or the participants blind to the experimental conditions. This is why some deception is necessary in experiments. So you'll see this in the video clip of the ASH experiment in the next section of the model. Experiments are also restricted in what can be studied. Many variables that social scientists are interested in, such as gender, race, age, and social class, cannot be easily manipulated. And so sociologists tend to use other methods to collect data, such as surveys and interviews. This is the end of the presentation.